Hello there. Yeah, some years ago now, I, like a lot of others, um, noticed a lot of media, watched a lot of videos about alternative media, about the corruption in the world. And then we started going around to our friends and saying this is a lie and that's a lie and the mainstream are lying about this and the government's lying about that. And all you would get back is, oh yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, don't believe everything you see on the internet. And all I wanted to do was just to bring love and light to the world, but the people seem to be so fixed on the drama, and I sort of moved away from that. You'll have noticed that on my channel. I don't really talk about the media events. I keep up on it all, and I think it's essential to keep an eye on all of these events. But I noticed a lot of years ago there's a lot of like staged events, and when I try and tell anybody, they basically just come up with so much resistance. It takes a hell of a lot of my energy. It's like fighting a battle, and then spending nights trying to work out how to get across to your friends that it's not about whether this is a conspiracy or whether it's true or whether the media is lying, but like how do we want to deal with the thing? Why are we so disempowered? Why and like I say, I decided to look at the problems and not to fight that battle, and to look deeper into, for example, what is a legal fiction? What is the law? What does the government actually do? Where do they get their authority from? While other people are fighting battles with mentalities in society, I'm looking at, okay, how does the dead paper world work? How does what about all that? So I spent a lot of time just reading books, reading like different documents and Bible and legislation, a lot of government legislation. I got myself a law dictionary and everything, and I put my head really into the books and kind of, if anybody came to me and talks about any conspiracy theories, I would sort of pretty much just make light of it and try and just avoid the conversation in a way, because I've been over a lot of the theories so often that it just becomes boring. Like the moon landing, I'm not really bothered anymore whether they went there or not. To me, it was never really useful. It was just an argument all these years. They've got no proof, nothing. It's just photo evidence that looks fake to everybody. No, Neil Armstrong doesn't look happy about the whole affair. But whatever, I don't know. I'm just sick of the argument, you see. So, as just one example of a conspiracy theory, I'm not bothered. I just want to make the world a better place. I want to take people out of fear. So I thought, okay, as an individual, I'll try and empower myself. If I find that power, I can share that with other individuals, and we can, try different ways of getting power: individual power, group power. Um, and so I've been spending a long time, and also with you guys on there. A lot of us have been just taking it very step for step and pacing it out and being patient with this whole change in the world. This looming disaster or this coming paradise, the way you see it. But we're very paced out with it, and we know that things are not just going to change in a day, and by shouting about the problems it won't work, by violence won't work. So we've ruled out a lot of options. We've noticed that a lot of things have kind of got the mechanics of a joke, and here we are, And the other day then, I met a friend. She just popped round, and we just got chatting. And we was talking about like houses and paying the rent and where to live, and I basically just said to her, life has just been so good to me, really. Everywhere I've been, in England, Germany, France, Belgium, Italy or whatever, and I haven't spent a great deal, I'm not really a globetrotter or anything. I'm not really a world citizen, but I have seen a few different cultures and slept on their sofas, so to speak, and I find that everybody's just been wonderful. I've never met and I've been in some dark groups, I've been in some dark areas, in ghettos. Um, and people are generally, they scare the crap out of you. People scare the shit out of you. They say some stupid things, they do some stupid things, but deep down, when you get down to the core of things, people are actually pretty good-hearted, And so I'm saying to her, it's great, really. You can go anywhere and people are nice. And she said then something, I think, led on to the conversation about it's not the same in all countries, that other countries are don't have it so nice, you know, and with all this terrorism and ISIS and stuff. And I just thought to myself, you know, the ISIS thing, I'd forgot all about that. I forgot that people believed in ISIS. I forgot that actually people worship and believe terrorism. I didn't mean to worship in that way, but give it worth. You know, so this is how I realised it then, you know. Say, she comes and said, or they come and say, oh yeah, you know, there's terrorism. There's a terrorist in the woods. And so then, you know, obviously we know as well, because we watch the same television channels, or, you know, we pick up on it. We know, oh yeah, there's a terrorist in the woods. And so then we like spend a little bit of time and open-mindedness to look at more things, to look at what other people have said, to observe the evidence again, you know, to look at those pictures, because that's all we've got as evidence. Listening to witness reports and everything, you know, there's a whole breakdown, much more than what the media do. You know, the media don't do their own investigation really into things. They just show you what's been delivered to them. So us people who like freedom and truth, we dig for the truth. We dig past that boundary of fear of, you know, going against what the big major, you know, governments say, or major media say. You know, we dig deeper. So then suddenly you see, this thing, it can't really be true. It's staged, it's filmed, it's enacted, it's prefabricated. It's not real. Not saying it's evil or bad or anything else. I think there's just been some major misunderstanding there. What was a drill became reality on the media, and we fell for it. So who can reverse that effect then? So there I am saying, no, I've checked into it and there's no terrorist in the woods. And then there's the answer, yeah, but there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. And I'm thinking, yeah, but who believes the bullshit? I'm not the one who believes there's something in the woods. I'm the one who believes that it's a lie. You know, I'm the one who, you know, that, how can I put it? The ones who believe television disbelieve the ones who say anything else. And I can really understand that frustration that I left behind, and I promise I'm not going to let myself fall into it. I'm going to respond in a different way. I'm going to find a different way, you know. Like basically these people come, you know, not these people, it's everybody. We've all been there, you know. It's like, just because you've seen it on TV, you kind of forget that it was on TV, that you saw it, and it becomes a part of your opinion. And then you start throwing it around like it's safe because everybody else thinks the same thing. And when the masses say, well, what's wrong with the world? Well, it's obviously that what the masses have got in common. They, you know, I don't know how to say this, but that's the battle, that's the frustration, is how do you wake somebody up to the fact that what they're believing in is not true? Anyway, I'll leave it there. But these, you know, in a way, I think the battles need fighting. You know, I think our differences of opinion need fighting out. I think it's just very important, though, before I just end this video, it's very difficult in a relationship with close friends, and sometimes it's better off to just to try and really let go of trying to be right or wrong about stuff, you know. Especially if your partner doesn't believe in, you know, that fluoride is bad, or that, you know, the same people who think that fluoride is good think that smoking is bad. And, you know, it's better off just to let everybody have their own opinions at first, I think. Especially if you're, you know, in relationships with people, you need to take care not to just piss each other off on behalf of the media. You know, I think a lot of what's going on in the world, a lot of what seems to be big conflicts, are really to create conflicts between us who are arguing about the conflict. You know, you'll argue with your girlfriend on the sofa because you're watching a film and some obvious propaganda's just like flashed out the screen, and you're like, then, no, it wasn't like that, you know. But you're better off just being calm about it. Alright, yeah, this isn't advice anyway, I don't know what it is. just a fucked up world. We're fucked up people, and if we admit that we're just a bit fucked up, maybe we can start getting things right again, you know. This is no status competition. Anyway, not for me anyway. Have a good time. Thanks for your encouragement and being there and sticking it out and everything. Cheerio.